Hi everybody. You guys are probably wondering why I'm making this video, but first I'm going to start with introducing myself and then I'm going to transition into my story. My name is Natalia Bustamante. I am 26 years old. I currently reside in Plantation, Florida. I have a dog and a bird. I currently live with my mother and my sister. And I go to school full-time and work part-time to help pay off my expenses. I work at a hospital. I've been working within the healthcare industry for a little over more than 4 years. I love it. It's a job that I've taken passion for and I enjoy it. It's a little stressful, but everything in life has the word stress in it. That's like stress, big letters. I'm currently trying to pursue my degree in nursing. Hopefully this is my last semester at Miami-Dade College, and it has been quite a journey, I tell you. Life has kind of taught me in different ways how to handle certain situations properly, and I'm thankful for the things that have happened to me because it has made me the strong woman that I am today, a fighter. Back in high school, my junior year, I started to experience syncopal episodes. Out of nowhere, I would just randomly pass out with no probable cause, and it was scary. Not knowing what was going on and what was causing me to pass out was definitely something to worry about. I really didn't pay attention to it though, because I was just ready to take my SATs, getting ready for the big moment for next year prom, getting all my pictures ready for senior year, applying to different colleges. So my priority was a little drifted away from what was actually really happening to me. As time flew by, I ended up going to Broward College for my first semester, and that's when things started getting a little bit more concerning. I started passing out even more, a lot less than what I do now. And I've gone through a ton of specialists, from neurologists, cardiologists. I've been placed a Holter monitor, which is actually a monitor that monitors my heartbeat. Every time I would have any sort of palpitations, I would record it, place it over my chest, and then I would call a phone number that would allow it to transmit over the phone, and that way the cardiologist was able to read what was going on. Now, 2012, I had a really horrific car accident where I was sitting in the passenger seat in the back and a drunk driver hit the vehicle I was in. Thank God I'm here today. And, it's definitely a scary moment in my life. I was told that I was never going to walk again, and today I walk with my perfect 2 legs. And that's when I started to notice after my accident, where I was able to go back into the routine of going back to school and going back to work, I started passing out even more. It got to the point where I was literally passing out maybe twice a week, and it got to my mother's attention, where she was like, "You need to see a specialist." After going through cardiologists, being hospitalized because of the rapid heartbeats, low blood pressure, like all these different types or different factors, it really was something to do research on. I myself started doing my research online. What causes this? What causes that? And it was frustrating because I did not know exactly what was going on. I didn't know what was causing me to pass out. I didn't know what was going inside me. So, after being hospitalized so many times, it was like the end point for me. I told my cardiologist I was actually hospitalized last year, December 2017. And I told my doctor, I was like, I'm not leaving here until you do or perform every single test possible to discover what I have. So I saw a cardiologist in the hospital. They did a bunch of tests. They saw that my right ventricle was a little longer than usual, so that was a concern for the cardiologist. And his response was, if we don't find anything too concerning, we are going to insert what's called a loop monitor, which is a small procedure, non-invasive, and it'll literally take a few minutes, maybe like 30 to 35 minutes to do in the catheter lab, and that'll monitor your episodes every single time that you have. Now, mind you, I'm terrified of needles, knives, anything that has to do with slicing me open. I've had so many, things happen to me when I was little. I got bit by a bulldog when I was 5. You can hardly see the scar, but it's right there. Been through so many stitches, so I'm scared of needles in particular. Very ironic because I want to be a nurse. But, it came to the conclusion that I had to get the loop monitor installed. Very scary moment of my life, being, pulled into the catheter lab, seeing a bunch of equipment. It was terrifying for me. Luckily, I had the best nursing personnel there with me by my side, holding my hand, calming me down. So it was a really fast procedure. Now, I have to carry around this keychain, and every time I have an episode, I literally click. I'm going to show you guys. I literally click here. A little light goes on. I place it right underneath where the monitor is, and once it turns green, that means it's recorded. So, hold on. There we go. So the monitor is actually inside my chest. There's a little small scar. But yeah, that's my story. Unfortunately, I still have episodes at work. I just had one today. I was working. As you can see, the stickers. My IV. Heart rate went up to 175. And I kind of want to tell people who are experiencing this or who have, I'm sorry, I'm like skipping through my story. I was diagnosed with POTS syndrome. Now, POTS syndrome stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardic Syndrome. And what it is the symptoms include lightheadedness, fainting, rapid heartbeat, which are relieved by laying down again. People sometimes experience dizziness, fatigue, inability to exercise, or fainting. Also causes fast heartbeat, nausea, anxiety, or blurred vision. What it is it's usually triggered when a person stands up after lying down. Commonly affects women between the ages of 15 and 50 and 26. And pretty much, it's something that requires a medical diagnosis. Lab results and imaging rarely required. It says it's common, more than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. But mine kind of falls under that, but I've noticed new symptoms. For example, I don't lay down at work. I'm always standing. So today what happened was I was standing and, doing what I was supposed to do. Nothing crazy, was not overexerting myself, and my heart rate went up to 175. In that moment, I can hear my heart beating really fast, and it felt like a blood rush. It's definitely scary. It is, not knowing, I know that I have POTS syndrome, but not knowing exactly what's going on with your heart is definitely a scary thing. I don't wish it upon anybody to have this syndrome, and living with it has been exhausting. After each episode, I literally feel like I jogged a 15-mile marathon. My body just feels like it's about to give out, and one thing about it is I don't let it affect me. I still go to school. Unfortunately, because I had an episode today, I have a doctor's note that allows me to go back to school and work on Thursday. Today is Monday. I have to email my professors letting them know, but I'm always on top of my work. Last semester, I had multiple episodes, but I managed to pass my classes with A's. It's definitely something that I don't want to create an excuse for my education. And I want other people to know who are experiencing this that they're not alone. And you just gotta keep fighting and be strong. My dream, as I mentioned before, is to become a nurse, and I also want to create a foundation or a walk for POTS syndrome, because it's definitely something that has to involve more research and find a treatment, not just with medication. I don't want any treatments to be caused with medication because everyone reacts differently to it, but I want something that can kind of promote exercising, promote a healthy lifestyle, and I just gotta keep going. It's definitely frustrating. A lot of people don't understand what I go through. I don't expect them to, but I myself don't like to be the center of attention. But I'm sharing my story with you guys to know a little bit about the condition and what happens, when this occurs. So yeah, that's my story. It's a struggle, but I don't give up, and I'm gonna see if I can record myself when it happens. If I'm ever hospitalized again, hopefully I'm not. I have an application where pretty much I followed through with all my lab results and the times I've been in the hospital. I've been in the hospital this year more than 5 times, and we're in May. And last year I've been in the hospital for more than 10 times. So that's a little frustrating. But yeah, that's my story, and I hope you guys share this with other people so that they can see, and whoever has this type of syndrome can actually relate to me and just write back. Tell me how, you deal with it. Tell me, how you cope with it. And, see what we can do about this. Can't give up. God bless you all. Bye.